He swore he was a Tibetan monk with a third eye. He moved books like hotcakes and promised secret powers if you just breathed right and believed harder. And then, surprise, the monk turned out to be a British plumber from Devon with a decent toolbox and a nuclear-grade imagination. Tonight we're gonna poke the myth with a stick, laugh a little too loud, and still walk away with a real lesson tucked in our pocket. Picture London in 1956. Rain on the window, smell of wet coats, a tiny bookshop window stacked with a third eye like it's forbidden candy. Inside, the clerk sells enlightenment in a hush-hush voice like he's slipping you extra fries. Outside, two tribes queue up, believers who need magic now, and skeptics who need to be right even faster. Both walk away smiling because Rampa sells a feeling first and a story second, and the scandal is basically free marketing. Now zoom in on a nervous reader thumbing the first page. They're not hunting history, they're hunting relief. A promise that the world is bigger than paychecks and leaky ceilings. And Rampa, bless his confidence, serves exactly that on a silver plate he borrowed from a costume shop. The birth of a monk with bonus head trauma. His passport says Cyril Henry Hoskin. Normal bloke. Knows his way around leaky pipes and cranky radiators. Then he falls out of a tree. Yes, a tree. And claims a Tibetan monk's soul, moved in like a roommate who doesn't pay rent, but rearranges your entire life. He keeps the body, swaps the origin story, throws on robes, and talks like he's got a backstage pass to the Himalayas. Publishers sniff the air and catch the aroma of incense, exotic mystery, and pure profit. If the accent wobbles, add candles. If the facts wobble, add more candles. If someone asks for sources, dim the lights and say, ancient knowledge, real slow. And the wild part is how quickly the room nods. Because confidence is a remote control for other people's doubts. Press play, and they follow the movie you're projecting. The third eye goes boom. The third eye hits like a seance at a sales conference. Rampa describes a ritual where you literally drill the forehead to unlock psychic vision. 0 stars, do not try. Your GP will cry. He sketches hidden halls under Lhasa, snow that remembers your past lives, and monks who read minds like bus timetables when the bus actually shows up. Readers swoon, critics fume, the marketing team ascends to a higher tax bracket. Is any of it true? Not really. But the mood is 100% proof, like whiskey for your soul, and that buzz is hard to argue with when your life is mostly bills and buses. Meanwhile, dinner tables light up with debates, one side waving incense, the other waving library cards, both sides secretly enjoying having something spicy to argue about that isn't politics or Aunt Carol's casserole. Scooby-Doo but with reporters. Journalists follow the trail of incense straight to suburban Britain, where the breathtaking mountain range is a row of hedges and a semi-detached. Neighbors remember a quiet guy with a toolbox, not a llama with VIP lounge access. The headlines smash the glass. Tibetan monk is plumber, which honestly explains why he was so confident around pipes. And when everyone expects a tearful confession, Rampa doesn't back down. He patches the plot like a pro and says the body is English, the soul is Tibetan. Please update your records and keep buying the sequels. Call it delusion, call it marketing. I call it season 2 with a bigger budget. Editors rub their hands because controversy is like free popcorn. Makes you thirsty and keeps you in your seat longer than you planned. Franchise of belief trademark. The follow-ups multiply like cats on a warm photocopier. Doctor from Lhasa, the Rampa story, You, Forever. Each one promising one more secret you can practice in your bedroom between the kettle boiling and the news making you sad again. Telepathy guides, astral travel crash courses, aura reading for beginners who like compliments, The household cat starts cameoing like a furry co-author with 9 lives and 0 peer review, but extremely high demands in tuna. Fan mail floods in. Dear Rampa, I tried astral projection and left my body. Translation. I took a nap and it was amazing. Which, to be fair, is top-tier self-care. Book clubs form half meditation, half gossip. Someone brings biscuits, someone brings a pendulum, someone brings that one friend who laughs at everything and still asks for page numbers later. The psychology that paid the bills. The real trick is the tone. No maybe, no I think, just here's how you do it. Like a tour guide who's secretly walking behind you. The rituals are bedroom friendly. Breathe here, focus there. Imagine a silver cord and bully your doubts into a corner. It's a portable Tibet you assemble with 2 candles and an Allen key. Like spiritual IKEA. And yes, you will have 1 mysterious screw left over. Critics keep lists of errors, believers keep lists of experiences, and those lists do not speak to each other. But the cash register is bilingual, and it understands both just fine. Also, there's the magic of tasks. Give people steps, and they feel progress. Give them vibes, and they feel lost. Rampa sold steps with vibes included, like a value meal for the soul. Jokes, lies, and why we fell for it? Is it funny that a plumber sold mountain wisdom from a cul-de-sac? Yes. Is it understandable that people bought it? Also yes, because certainty is a strong drink and life is a long week. People don't just buy facts, they buy a guide who sounds sure, and a map that looks old and has cute little dragons in the corners. Rampa didn't actually sell Tibet, he sold, you'll be okay if you do steps 1 through 7 before tea. And honestly, that beats doom scrolling. When the world wobbles, step-by-step wins, especially if the steps come with incense and a calm voice that never admits doubt. And if you think you're immune, remember? That day you clicked a 1 weird trick headline like it owed you money. We all want shortcuts, we just prefer them with candles and a nicer font. The cast of supporting characters, you will not believe. Publishers who can smell miracles from 3 streets away and price them by the chapter. Journalists who love a debunk the way cats love boxes. Fans who highlight the meditation pages until the book glows like a radioactive mango and swear their sleep got kinder. And the cat again? Because at this point, the cat is the only one in the room who looks truly enlightened. Add in the friend who claims he saw his aura in the bathroom mirror at 2 a.m., and the aunt who now explains every family argument as misaligned chakras, and recommends everyone breathe before dessert. Deleted scenes from the astral plane. The drill the head right is absolutely not a weekend workshop. And if your third eye starts buffering, turn it off and on again, and maybe drink water. The R reading section mostly reads bank accounts, which, to be fair, are very R-like nowadays. The travel without tickets chapter is basically staring out of windows with your imagination on premium settings, which works, but don't call it business class. Bonus hack. If your silver cord gets tangled, it's probably just your headphones. Detangle gently and carry on. Behind the curtain, how the hype spread. Book reviews argued, radio shows giggled, Sunday papers ran profile shots with mystical lighting. A handful of experts said maybe. A louder handful said absolutely not. And the loudest sound of all was the cash drawer closing. Meanwhile, the myth hopped borders faster than a cheap holiday flight, because mystery translates even when facts don't. Afterlife of a Myth, hardback edition. Decades later, the books still sit on shelves, gently absurd, weirdly cozy, like a cardigan that lies to you nicely but keeps you warm anyway. Libraries file him under occult, biography, sometimes humor, which might be the most honest shelf we've got. Believers still practice, skeptics still roast, and the rest of us enjoy the spectacle with a respectful giggle, because the human need behind it is painfully familiar. He wanted to open a third eye and accidentally opened the comment section, which is the same thing but with worse spelling, and somewhere a second-hand copy of The Third Eye still smells like old paper and big promises, waiting for a new reader who needs a break from reality and doesn't mind if their guide wears borrowed robes. Okay, but what's the lesson? Check the map before you climb the mountain and maybe check who printed it. Notice the hunger that made the map so irresistible, because that hunger will shop again tomorrow. If a story offers certainty, rituals, and an accent, check the plumbing. And if the story still helps you breathe, fine, keep the breath, return the costume, and tip the cat. And if you're about to buy a miracle, at least ask for a receipt and a return policy longer than a meditation session. He promised a window into Tibet and delivered a peephole into the Western soul. A seance with belief, a rom-com between gullibility and hope, with a cat cameo after the credits, and yes, we're buying the spin-off. Laugh at the lie, learn from the longing, keep your drill away from your forehead, and if you enjoyed the ride, subscribe, bring a friend, and tell me. Fraud, fable, or inspirational fan fiction with extra candles. Also, if you tried astral projection during this video and only achieved nap with soundtrack, congratulations, you did it right.